Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Hearts of Iron for Old World Blues. I was actually planning on starting up an EU4 achievement run this week, but then I saw that Old World Blues just got a new major update, Trouble in Paradise, and I thought, alright, never mind, change of plans, we're doing this one. This is a pretty large overhaul. It adds in 13 new national focus trees, as well as some new countries in Utah, a new caps economy, and a whole bunch of other features. I'm looking forward to seeing this. So let's start up a new game in Old World Blues in the West Coast, because we played Mexico last time. So let's see. I know a few nations got some real good fun. So New Canaan has been completely overhauled. White Legs with Salt Upon Wounds, so I guess it's supposed to be a major character from the games or something. People seem to know who that is. I don't. But there you go. So White Legs is a pretty popular choice for a lot of people right now. Thunderbird in the 80s, the Great Khans are looking kind of fun. But there are a few others that got updates as well. For example, I have heard that the Troll Warrens is actually really quite fun nowadays. They are more powerful than ever. The other one that I'm hearing is surprisingly good is the Bone Dancers. And I don't really know why. We are led by Cranium Road Warrior, who's got pretty good experience gain and division recovery and so on, very focused on offense. But supposedly these guys get a lot of extra events, and they've also been completely overhauled in a pretty cool way. So I think we're going to try playing with the Bone Dancers today and see exactly what comes out of it. Now, we have something here called Cranium's Arena. This faction is ruled by a warlord who maintains control through power and fear, gaining strength by slaying their foes. That doesn't sound like me at all. Can face government of another adopted, So we can join volunteer forces, but that's about it. No factions allowed. We have Seraph Pilgrims. Heaven's Gate, attack bonus against country, minus 20%, so we can't attack Heaven's Gate easily. That's gonna suck. Odious King, more research speed? Research speed, really? Oh, we're a ghoul. Ooh, we're ghouls. Okay, and widespread cannibalism, recruitable population factor minus 20%. Yeah, there's a lot that we're going to have to overhaul in this country, but let's give it a go and see what happens with the Bone Dancers in this Fallout mod for Hearts of Iron 4. Congratulations, Pravus. You were able to successfully waffle on through the entire almost loading screen. Got it. Okay. Pip-Boy Plus. Don't care about you. We mostly know what we're doing, except for when we don't. So, one of the really cool things that got added in with this mod is an actual caps economy. Look at this. Bottle caps. We gain caps per quarter, and we actually have to spend it on military upkeep. So now there's kind of a money system. There's an economy. That's really weird and cool, and I dig it. Let's see. Research slot. Let's go ahead and stick to our tried and true methods of getting the extra research speed. And then we want to get, we probably want to get construction speed, and we already have the tool procurement, which is nice. Do we want to go down scavenged? I think we want to go down for improvised tools. Yeah, right? I think that's correct. That is what we want. There's ultimately significantly more cap, as long as we can become civilized. If you can't become civilized, then this is the better route to go with scavenging. But I think... I don't know. Actually, hang on. Let's see. Are we considered to be civilized at all? Let's see. No training, local leaders, no mutants allowed, no undesirables, outsider volunteers. Chems banned. There's a lot of new things here, too. Look at this. All the economic policies and stuff. Dude. Slick. I do not remember how to tell if I am considered to be civilized. I think it says we are civilized. Yes, we are civilized. There's a little star icon right there, right? But we are not advanced, so that confirms it. Thank you, going for the improvised tools. Okay, sometimes you just find ways around your problems. If you don't know how to find the data you look for, find an indirect method. What do we got here? Okay, so this is a whole new national focus tree, and it is very extensive. Good heavens, look at this. This is massive. I love it. This is one of the things that's always so cool about this mod. Like, the team is so dedicated and comes up with an absolute ton of content. It's great. Future Tech Gek Facility. So we get an event. Okay. Sure. Why? We get ghouls. We actually have ghouls for our templates and our units. Okay, let's go ahead and add them into an army and to a field marshal. And do we have any... we do have Great Chief Shatterhand, who is strong and enduring. That's pretty cool. Did we get a whole new trait system in the game? He's got really good stats. Are you considered to be a field marshal? You are. Let's put you there. Yes. And I'm not going to be able to afford a new commander at the moment, but what kind of new traits do we have? I think it's the same. Well, Well, sort of. No, it is actually completely different. I was going to say, I thought maybe it was just like a reskin, but it's actually a completely unique system. Look at this. Dude, how long has this been in the game? Has this been there the whole time? It might have been, and I'm just not paying attention. I don't know. Supply consumption reduction is actually pretty good here. Being a cannibal, you know, I like that. Just double up on that. Experienced soldier losses, preparation time amphibious. A lot of stuff we can do there. Flexible negotiator, cult of personality for extra units. Recovery rate. Out of supply, minus 10%. Defense, attack, infantry attack, and defense. Or tanks. Fight the power, and so on. I'm not sure what ghouls really count as. Let's take a quick look here. So we have bone shakers as our units. And it looks like they're actually just infantry. Okay, never mind. I saw the icon and thought maybe they were ghouls. Ghouls do exist, I think, as a unit, if I recall correctly, but not here. So we have 14 combat width. Okay, that's probably fine. What are the psychers? Special Forces units. We have a Special Forces unit? That sounds fun. We'll take a look at more of that in just a minute. Civilian factories probably should build up more, but we can't. We don't have space for anything, so I have no building slots to work with. That's a shame. My current units require infantry equipment, and that's it. So all we need right now is infantry equipment if we want to keep training up more units. And I think that may be actually all we're able to learn how to do. I guess we actually start with things like dynamite and makeshift squad automatic weapons available here. And what the heck is a tribal scout kit? Huh. Did we start with a bunch of support companies? We did. Interesting. Okay. Dynamite, I think, is pretty good because it's supposed to give you soft attack, and soft attack is nice. So maybe we should start producing some dynamite? Start getting some of that in here, and that'll function kind of like our support artillery. If I go here and add in demolitions, it does hurt my reliability and stuff, but we get a little bit of extra soft attack, and soft attack is king in Old World Blues. All right, so let's go ahead and do all of that. Let's see. Dockyards can't use. Divisions and basic training, not a thing I can do right now. No templates for anything, blah, blah, blah. Fine. How much manpower does it take for each of these? 175. Do we have anything logistically set up yet? No. But let's go ahead and start training up at least a couple of new divisions.
Goddamn, I need to fix it.
And where am I going to be able to attack first, do we think? The Chemold Station? I have no idea. We'll just go down there for now, and we'll see what happens. For now, I think we just sit back and wait for the future GEC research facility. So what's going on over here? So we have all of our staff that we can add in, and there's quite a few. There's our military policies, so settlement levies, outsider volunteers, no undesirables, allow for mutants or no. Local leaders, okay, political power gain, leader cost reduction, no training required. But we can change that, increasing our training time and make our organization and stuff better. Look at this. Ooh. Yeah, we want to go up that tree as much as we can, too. Economic policies. Right now we have a wasteland economy. This is funding for the economy. Okay, so this is basically isolationism. So this is going to lead to eventually the increased factory construction and so on, consumer goods reduction. This actually reduces our recruitable population. Discourage traders is our trading policy. Bottle cap. So this is our currency. Okay, so there are different currencies in the game. There's bottle caps, NCR dollars, and Legion denarius. Interesting, and that gives you stability and stuff. Huh. Well, we can't join a faction, so I'm not allowed to change my currency, but that's interesting. And then there's a whole bunch of advisors involved there. There's our cultural policies. We do not allow for slavery. We should change that. Right? Enslave our enemies and stuff. Reduces stability. Meh. The more slavery you allow for, the less stability you've got. Okay. We have chems banned or chems legalized, which just bans drugs. And then a bunch of different production policies. Look at this. It's all completely reworked. I love it. Okay, we got the event. The Future Tech GEC Research Facility. The Bone Dancers are the most feared of the cannibals in Oregon today. Yet that was not always the case. Originally, they were just a hired group of mercs, a privately owned military contractor based out of Seattle, known as Baron International. Before the Great War, this company was hired by Future Tech, a subsidiary of Vault Tech, made to help fund the development of technologies designed to invigorate the wastes in the post-war landscape. Future Tech brought on Baron International to help keep their researchers safe during the riots that were brought about by the new plague. After the Great War occurred, Baron International quickly took control of the situation, storming the facility and seizing control from the scientists there. They assumed that if they just held out long enough, help would arrive when the government eventually came for them. They never came. Several decades later, and these mercs have turned their control of this facility into something like an iron grip. They were defending their small little corner of the waste from other raiders, settlers, and mutants through their training and policies against outsiders. In their founding years, they had to fight off an odd series of groups. Which of them was the greatest? The Wendigo Horde? The Mutant Remnants? Or the Rancher Raiders? So you want stability or war support? I'm thinking stability. Yes. Let's increase our stability. Stability is easy enough to sack for things like war support if you need it. Okay. Can't do anything else yet here. Okay, so let's go for a Tattered Mantle. As usual, in Old World Blues, they make you kind of develop some of your backstory first before you're allowed to continue too far, which is fine. No big deal. That's just perfectly fine. So yeah, this mod, this latest update not only increases the amount of content for things like White Legs, I don't know who the Timekeepers are, New Canaan, and so on. A lot of cool stuff going on down over here, but it also focuses a lot on Washington and Oregon. So this area over here got a major reworking. I don't actually have a list of every single nation that got a new focus tree, but it's substantial. I mean, 13 is a lot. All right, a Tattered Mantle is done. Prosperity wouldn't last forever for these survivalists. While the training of their ancestors allowed them to fight off rival tribes with ease, eventually they were at an impasse. The lands themselves they were living in were dying, driven lifeless by the radiation blanketing the wastes. It was a slow, gradual process, but eventually something had to be done when starvation was killing more of their rank than raids. In the late of night, a discussion was held. Ultimately, a decision was made as for what to do. The mercs tallied a vote. When a small enough group was chosen, they simply pulled straws until one pulled the shortest. He was sent to Bone Dance, uncover the secrets within the skeleton-filled ruins of the old Future Tech facility. This title would eventually fall onto the rest of the mercs, a way of honoring those who took the plunge to scrap dive into the seemingly cursed facility in the hopes of finding valuables and relics to help heal their dying lands. These bone dances would bear fruit from time to time, but time was dwindling for the bone dancers. It was only with the timely arrival of a strange robed figure from the south that their luck seemed to shift. This man, having lost his mind from some terrible experience, had more foresight and knowledge than any of the rest of them. Radiation baking his body and making him ageless. The bone dancers called him the Odious King, and with his odd sense of foresight, eventually they were able to uncover a small selection of partially functioning Geks that had been hiding in a deep shelter within the facility for ages. While the aid of this robed figure was most appreciated for the food he brought, it is debated how he was first treated when he arrived by the locals. What do they think of such a mysterious and strange figure? He is a monster, adding in a much-needed building slot and giving me 500 caps. He is a man for more building slots, or he is a god. Caps don't seem important to me right now, but building slots do, so we're going to go for that. So that does mean that I can build up some more military factories, yes? Okay, so we only have a couple of civilian factories is the thing. We should build at least one or two of those and then get a military factory. This is going to take some time, unfortunately, but we need stuff. We have a pretty terrible economy at the beginning of the game. The Crimson Forest. Again, only takes about 7 days to get to, so that's fine. A lot of reading at the beginning of an Old World Blues campaign. Lots of reading, but that's fine. No big deal. Uncored states. Right, I forgot. There is, like, if you have electricity, you can core things up. All right, the Crimson Forest. With these Geks found by the Odious King, we were able to heal the land. Yet not all was right. The machines themselves, through age, wear, and corrosion, had faltered somewhat. The biggest problem, though? Radiation leaking through the seeds contained within the machine itself. Oh, right, I forgot. Geks were, like, supposed to help replant the world after the wastes, you know, took over, right? I think that was the point. I remember that from, like, an old series. Was it Kaiser's Legion or something else? I don't know. Anyway, often the greenery built by the machines was strange, corrupted, and cruel. The fruit of the trees bore was filling, yet it seemed to cause the mind to go strange places. Good, psychedelic fruit! Eventually, these lands grown by these Geks were known as the Crimson Forest, a scarlet land of confusion, oddity, and madness. As the madness of the Crimson Forest gripped the bone dancers, so too did it change them. Ritualized murder, cannibalism, and slavery began to dominate the culture of those who lived in the forest. This culture even spreading out as the splinter groups of the Bone Dancers began to wander off to the west, such as the Carcass Walkers, Marrow Drinkers, and Rib Breakers. Good, maybe I can reunite all these people. Near the Future Tech facility, a group of fanatics had begun to worship the Odious King as a god, while along the coasts, a group of settlers from Heaven's Gate had begun to try to clear out the forest itself. The newest leader of the Bone Dancers will have to decide the best strategy for dealing with these differing groups. Proceed with caution or gain production of... What is that again? That is scrap metal. Scrap metal, which we use for everything. Much as I like the idea of having caps, if I can't spend it, what do I care? Can I spend it? Wait a minute, look at this! All right, caps economy. Current income expenses, therefore net. This is so cool, they just add this into the game. Legit, dude! All right, hang on. So, political actions, yes. Procurement of things, begin scavenging program. I'm trying to see if there's like a thing. This costs 50 caps. Okay. Seize civilian arms. I don't need these. So this costs me manpower in order to reduce training time, which sounds like something you want to do for emergencies. Manpower, ballot drafts. Yeah. So I don't see a lot of things that require using of caps right now. So I guess at the end of the day, I'm going to take the scrap because I know I'm going to use that for a lot of production in the future. Now, we have a few different options. We can go for the Oregon Trails and gain some political power. That leads to research bonuses for a bunch of different things, some production. I need the ability to fight some people or gain military. Battle training, metal detection, all of this is good. What about down over here? Holding down the fort's political power. So he who showed the way reduces stability but gives me building slots, which is great, except I can't use them. Pilgrims of the Steam, 500 manpower. Okay. Okay, there we go. Workshops, that's something I need. More base stability. Manpower. Gecko support. The Pillars of Rome. Lots of manpower and building slots if we went down this route. It doesn't look to me like these are exclusive from each other, so that's fine. A Dark Gift. Gain one partially functioning Gek we can use to improve our lands. Ooh, dude, that's cool. And what about over here? Question of cannibalism. Yeah, we can get away from the whole cannibalism thing. So do we want to back away from the blood feasts? Which gains fighting cannibalism, which grants recruitable population minus 20% for 4,000 days. Cutting out the red meat. Or we can embrace the blood cult. Ooh. Dude. This is probably terrible and sacks a lot of very valuable manpower, but man, would this be fun. We might do that. We might have to. All right, we're going to go for holding down the fort and try to build up some infrastructure. I need to be building up an army, dang it. We need guns. I need infantry equipment. I need all those things. So wait, are we on a river? We are on a river, aren't we? I can totally build canoes. Hey, let's build some canoes. There we go. Start building some tiny little ships right along over here. I forgot the rivers work that way. Seems fine. So who can I kill? Because I kind of need land, and I need to take all your factories. You have 3 soldiers. I could probably beat you. You got 5 factories. Can I justify a war goal? No. We need world tension to be at least 1%. It's currently 0. No one's tense at all? Come on! Somebody's got to be feeling antsy. Somebody's got to be feeling real antsy. We definitely want to take the Chemalt station. And this is literally the only thing that matters. If you can do this, I think we're okay. Yeah, properly applied, we could win that. Are you guys not assigned here? There we go. Yeah, assign yourself. There we go. Okay, yeah, if I can just train up a couple more troops, maybe we'll be able to eventually fabricate a claim on these guys and kill them. Or something. I was thinking that maybe a national focus would allow for us to have a little bit of early aggression. A new outlook, political power, old arrivals, claims on the Shoshone nations. There's Chemalt Station. So yes, if we continue going down this path, eventually we do have the ability to go to war, but it's gonna be a while. That's pretty far down to the tree. It's pretty darn far down the tree. All right, well, basically stop pausing the game and just go fast. That's what I'm learning there. Holding down the fort is done. I don't need the building slots yet, so let's go down this way and get some extra workshops, civilian and arms. And the best thing is they're off-site, which means, if I remember correctly, they can never be accidentally taken when someone occupies one of your states. So they are permanently there producing for you forever. All right, so do we want to go off of, like, some sort of a military policy, an economic policy, perhaps? I mean, improve our factory construction speed would be nice. Resource gain efficiency. We don't need this. Funding the army, a well-equipped army. There we go. Wait a minute. This is just better in every way. Right? Consumer goods. And we build everything faster. This is really good. All right. Do that. I don't think it makes a big difference in our factories, but I mean, at least we're producing faster. We don't have like a 40% reduction anymore, so that's got to be worth something. Ooh, we can modify the government again. Discouraging traders, I don't think we need to do. No undesirables, mutants, local leaders, no training. An economic advisor. Consumer goods, economy laws, infrastructure and civilian factory construction speed, maybe? That could be helpful. Do we have somebody that can lead to getting extra political power, though? Like, we have the local leaders already. This is less political power in favor of maximum command power and special forces capacity. Battle-hardened soldiers, military academy officers, no. I don't know what's best. You think I know what's best? I don't know what's best. Shut up. Non-core manpower, planning speed, stability, war support, outsider auxiliaries. Conscriptions? Don't need manpower right now. Mutants, ghoul recruitment. Super mutant recruitment, losing stability, but we could do that. Freedom of speech. No. I want something that's going to get me political power. That's really what I want. Cultural advisor. There we go. 10%. This, however, requires us being ruled by the elites, so that's no. This, however, does work. Gets me a little bit. Three-fingered the con artist. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with you because any increase to political power means that I can reform my government a little bit faster, and I think we're playing the long game here. Just a guess. This is a pretty cool-looking leader, by the way. This gives me some sort of Mad Max vibes, you know what I mean? This is pretty cool. All right, construction basics is done. Ohm's Law is done. I think new music got added into the game as well, by the way, which is pretty cool. So in 27 days, we get a quarterly report, and that's when we get our money. Nothing we needed to be doing over here. All right, so for tech, we should go for factory output and more construction speed plus 10%. Everything we can get to try and build this up a little bit. Our economy is garbage. Hot, steaming piles of garbage. How are we doing in terms of gun production at the very least? We're getting somewhere. I mean, it's not exactly great. We can go ahead and just start training and get some army experience. It's going to be worth a little bit. And Cranium's pretty good at getting experience, too. So there you go. One of these guys are veterans. Nice. Okay, so let's go for... Yeah, let's go for the off-map military factory and the civilian factory, because that's going to make everything slightly better. I will probably toss more into guns, since I think just producing this is more important right now outright. And then, yeah, everything's getting focused on this. So right now, it's taking us somewhere around 16 months, I think, in total, to build out a new civilian factory. Of course, that speeds up as time goes on, but besides that, it's just kind of I'm thinking I would like to toss some dynamite onto these guys. The Washington Brotherhood took some territory. Yeah. Washington Brotherhood, I think, did not get an update. They were already pretty good as it was. They are going to be probably our main rivals. Well, them and Heaven's Gate, maybe. I don't know yet. Let's just assume that the entire world is my rivals. That's probably more accurate. Where are the, where are the trolls? Troll Warrens? Where are you? Wait, for real, where are the Troll Warrens? Huh. I thought they were up here somewhere, but I don't see them. Interesting, maybe they got a new name somewhere. The trolls are supposed to be fun and strong. That was the other person I was thinking about playing this particular round. Do we want to go for another advisor and something else? We could go for the captain ministry and build the civilian factories a little bit faster. 10% will make a huge difference, but really, what else will? Major businesses. I mean, we could go for some increasements in, let's say, infrastructure research time and stuff. Power armor. Wouldn't I love that? I love power armor. Stability, the golden gecko. Yeah. Oh, there's some more construction speed. Let's just start going for some of those. Economic policies. They're good, man. Base stability plus another 10% will be 100% stable. That seems pretty good for a cannibalistic nation of mutants. With creepy spikes over his head. Look at this guy. He's so scary. No wonder he's named Cranium. Surprisingly... Oh, wait. They do exist. Where are they? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where are they? Carcass walkers. I see them. Oh, the troll warren is tiny now. Ooh. Look at this little guy. He's super small. He's stronger than I am, though. Led by the First, who is apparently a really fun and really strong character. I don't know. As I said, like, supposedly nowadays, playing as a trolls is pretty fun. It's worth giving a shot, but we're not worried about that right now. We're playing as the Bone Dancers. Desert Rangers take some stuff. Well, ain't that just peachy? What are our parties? We have the Pilgrims of Heaven, Crimson Acolytes, Pillar Men, and Cranium's Arena. Cranium's Arena is the leading party, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. We can go for monthly population. We do need things like energy cells. Resource gain and stuff is nice. Engineering. This is ahead of time. Reinforce rate is good and all. We have... Oh, there we go. This is the civilized. Okay. So I can never do any of that. Do we have any special... Wow, there's so many special exclusive techs. Oregon buffs. Are we counting for that? Why not? Not researchable. Gecko support. I think we get this unlocked, actually. This is a new thing that is for all the Oregon nations. So, okay. Soft attack plus 8%? That's really good. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. All right. Well, let us probably get started on some doctrines. I'm thinking we go for refined warfare. Is that really what I want, though? Automated warfare is good if you want to go down the robots route, which we're never going to get to do. Conventional warfare, men with guns in their hands. I still don't think I like this, honestly. I mean, okay, it's not bad. There's something to be said about some of this. Soft attack, hard attack, lots of troops. This, I think, is mostly good if you have, like, power armor, which we don't have. Air superiority. We're not going to have that, though. And then there's asymmetric warfare, which I think has to do with, yeah, terror tactics, guerrilla warfare, and mass assaults. That's not bad either. If we go wasteland tactics and stuff, do we think that's going to work for us? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't really know what our options are going to be. We're civilized, but we're not advanced. I'm probably not going to be getting things like power armor. I mean, I can't imagine that happening. Can you? Speaking of which, where is the power armor now? Did that get moved? I think it's over here. Whoa, okay. So I say that. There is power armor. It's not very good, but it is there. We could do that. It's just super expensive. I am not sure how to feel about a lot of this. Okay. Okay, if I go down this, I can go for mechanized warfare. This is good if you want speed, which I don't really care about. If I go down purity, I'm not going to have walking tanks. I don't think we're going to get to go down the power armor route. So my only question is, do we want to go down the asymmetrical warfare or conventional warfare? I've never tried conventional. What if it's good? And we just focus exclusively on, like, as much leg infantry as possible. I'm going to try it, only because it's new for me. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. There's the industry planning. Okay, so we have a little bit of extra production going on there. Now I'm going to work on... Let's pick up... I don't need gliders at the moment. I don't need specialized doctrines either. I mean, the thing is, we're civilized. Like, we can totally use things like motorcycles and stuff if only I can get the production. It's not infeasible. Let's go ahead and work on combat language. We'll just get the reinforced rate. I mean, it's good no matter what, right? Washington Brotherhood has already eaten a handful more states. They're going pretty quick. They're going real quick, dang it. Our might, led by the Immortal. It is creepy looking. It is really creepy. That's an awesome symbol, though. Look at that. Slick. Within the blizzard. The words of the wise. Okay, so now we get some extra stability. Then we can go for clerical militias, which gets more manpower. Okay, we'll work on that next, I suppose. Manpower is certainly good. Lets me train up more troops, if only we can keep our production going. So wait, that does mean I have more factories now, yes? Yes. So we have a couple of off-site workshops that are now working here, so we're a little bit faster than we were before. And do we get an extra? Yes, we have another factory working here in the pipe guns. Okay, so we're producing 3 per day. It's not a lot, but it's honest work. I'll take it. What's going on over here, by the way? Troll Warren took some states. They beat the Carcass Walkers. Yep, the trolls are going to be growing. They keep giving me pop-ups here, but I don't really think I need any of this at the moment. Well, unless we want to do a scavenging program. What's involved in that? If we did that, we lose some manpower and some caps. But what's this? The transaction requires 50. You have that many. Yes. Transaction balance is what's left. Okay. Civilian Factory Reclamation Authority gets the event. For 90 days. We can send out search parties to find things in the wastes. No. I mean, we could do that. That might be a way of getting some extra guns and actually start fielding some of the manpower we'll be getting from these national focuses. I'm not sure. I don't think that's going to do it for me, though, to be honest. Let's just hold on to the political power, and we'll try to just improve our economy and stuff a little bit instead. Right? That just seems better. Now, let's see. Recruitable population is nice. I don't think we have a high population, though, do we? No, not particularly. Total population is 21,000. I don't know how that stacks up against a lot of other people, but it is a thing. Trained geckos. Gecko support. Okay, so this is that special organ-specific technology down over here, which we saw gives us extra breakthrough and soft attack for leg infantry, which I have to imagine is going to stack really well with the conventional warfare doctrine. That's one of the reasons I did it. We could go for this, which adds in the building slots. Try working down toward a new outlook. Go for things like the claims against the Chemolt Station and try to get some factories. That's the thing. Like, we could be going for more political power and research bonuses and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm inclined to think that the fastest way we're going to start skyrocketing to victory is if we can pick on our small neighbors and eat their factories. Right? To me, that just makes the most sense. I'm going to go ahead and hire up a new commander real quick, and we'll put you in charge. You're not particularly good. You started off with charismatic, and you're strong. You're also a hoarder, but that gives us extra logistics. So, oh well, I guess. But we'll let you go ahead and keep training up some people.
Anything else I can do for you?
Might as well. Get them up to be regulars. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. We have 100 political power. We should go for what? Economic? Let's go for the infrastructure and the civilian factory construction speed. Now we are producing this by February, so this is a little bit better. It's not a lot better, though. Good grief. All right. Slow start, but we're getting there. The Bone Dancers, I mean, I'll be honest, like that extra lore we got at the beginning, this is promising. They've clearly put a lot of effort into making the Bone Dancers look really good. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what they're going to be able to do as we progress. But this is a good place to end this video, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed and you're looking forward to this next round of Old World Blues. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and see what